Good afternoon. Frank Earhart here with John R. Wood Christie's International, and I want to take a couple minutes, kind of give you an update on the real estate market here in Southwest Florida, and let you know my thoughts and insights from what I'm seeing here in the marketplace. So, I went back and watched my video from beginning of January, and almost everything I said in January is going to hold true for this one, but I wanted to expand upon it a little bit more and talk about a few more specifics. So buyers remain very hesitant, and that hasn't changed a lot from last month. We did see a flurry of activity probably starting 2 weeks to 3 weeks ago, which is the first time since the storm that we've actually had a decent amount of activity happening. So and it's not just me. I've talked to our lender and I've talked to our home inspector. Nathan and Troy both reiterated, hey, they are seeing an uptick in their business as well, which is great news for us here. So let's talk a little bit about specifics. The first thing I want to talk about is just kind of the overall market. And again, I'm going to put these all up on the screen for you here. If you look at the active number of listings from a year ago, we're up 39%, and so that's a pretty decent increase from a year ago. But if you remember, a year ago was complete seller's market. There was very little on the market, and things were selling in 3 and 4 days. So, and right now we have about a 7-month supply of inventory. So 4 to 6 months is probably considered an equilibrium market. 7 months, you start to get into, hey, maybe we're switching to a buyer's market here. And so, interest rates have come down a little bit. They're probably hovering right around 6% for primary residence right now. That's down from a high of probably 7%. And so if you are a buyer and interested in getting into the market, now is probably a great time to do it while interest rates are lower than they have been. And again, homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer. Why don't we take a look at that for a second here? So this is interesting. So again, I don't think there's going to be this drastic price decrease here in our marketplace. And if you look at this, our prices right now, the median sale price is down 5% from the peak, and it's kind of hovering pretty right in that same general area. So, and then the time on the market is 22 days, and so again, sell your house in 3 weeks. I think most people would be pretty happy with that. There are a couple of areas of concern, and there's three primarily. The first is in Fort Myers Beach, and again, this holds true. Right now, we've got 123 condo listings for sale on Fort Myers Beach, and over the last 4 months, we've been averaging only 4 sales a month, and so the challenge with the condos are there's going to be special assessments in virtually every building on the beach. And most, if not all, of the condo complexes are not livable at this point in time. So as a buyer, you're taking a somewhat of a risk that you can't live in it currently, you can't use it currently. You don't know exactly what that final special assessment is going to be or how many special assessments there may be. Insurance companies have been a challenge, not only for condos, but for homeowners. And so I think just about every condo association is going to end up getting a public adjuster as well to find out what they can realistically get out of the insurance companies to cover damage from the storm. So Fort Myers Beach, again, we're going to watch closely on that. Commercial, I don't see an issue with that. I think there are enough people that are interested in building back Fort Myers Beach that will happen, and single-family homes too. And so single-family homes, they may be sold for land value and can be built up. So in 2 years, you've got a home to live in again. Sanibel is the other one I talked about. And so we have seen more activity. Last month, I think we sold 24 units over on Sanibel. The month before that was 30. So the average is about 20 a month. And so, but you can see the big increase here. We've got 208 listings for sale currently on Sanibel and averaging about 20 a month. So about a 10-month supply, not horrible. And again, many of these homes on Sanibel have been damaged fairly heavily. A lot of them have been stripped down to the studs. And so, there's only a limited number of buyers that can see past the studs, what the home could be, what potential it has. And investors may or may not be in the market yet because they don't know what these are going to sell for when they're completed, and so I think we're going to see some downward push on prices on Sanibel as well. And lastly, Cape Coral over $1 million. Again, we talked about this last month. Right now, again, you can see this big spike here too. 247 homes over $1 million in the Cape right now. And for the last 4 months, we've been selling about 14 a month. And so that leads to a 17-month supply. It's a lot. It's definitely a buyer's market in the million plus range. And so I think we're going to see downward pressure on a lot of the homes that are over $1 million in the Cape as well. So like I said, the last couple of weeks, we've definitely seen an increase in activity. We had a couple Gulf Access condos go up for sale this past week in one complex. Had 11 sets of people through, interest in both priced well, both should sell. I thought there was a chance we might get offers this weekend, but again, I think there's some hesitancy on the buyer's behalf to not move forward quite yet. So moving forward here, I think we're going to have an okay season. I think buyers, still hesitant, but good deals that pop up. There are going to be buyers out there to take advantage of that, and sellers. A lot of this is going to come down to pricing, and so if your home is sitting and not getting showings or not getting offers, odds are that you may be priced a little on the high side right now. So that's the update for this month. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you have a chance to get down here. The weather's been perfect the last couple of days, and look forward to talking with you all soon.